Hi you guys, welcome back to the Patreon. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Kylie Jenner not wanting to come out of $60,000. Here is the thing, we have to start backwards before we can get to this moment. I always say I hate Kylie and them. I hate Kylie and them because they use people as opportunities. They use people as things that can give something to them, and they throw them away when they're no longer needed. And they do it to black people the worst. I have always said that, and I have always questioned people who get in friendship with those people, with the Jenners and Kardashians, because it's never a mutually beneficial relationship. I never feel like both sides of the relationship gain anything. How many people have gotten clout off of them? How many people have gotten clout off of them? No one. Even though they have so many friends, they have so many people who are around them, no one ever gets clout off of them. More than likely, you end up in a worse situation after being around them than you were before them. That is what always happens. You never gain anything from being in a relationship with them. So I never understand why people are friends with them. It's the reason why I'm sitting here wondering why Justine Skye still remains friends with them. You not gaining nothing from being a flunky. They have a new black slave, especially Kylie, has a new black slave every day, or she comes up with, for example, that Stassi girl she hangs out with. That Stassi girl be on YouTube just like me. It's what are you gaining being around these girls? You don't gain anything. They gain everything. They use you for what they need to use you for, and they throw you away when you are no longer important. So I always sit here and I'm like, why are people still being friends with them? And when I point this out, people call you a hater, people call you this, and I'm like, no, they treat their friends like slaves. Can we look at the Malika twins who have been hanging around this family since this family has been famous? The Malika twins have been hanging around the Kardashians since the very first season of Keeping Up with Kardashian. That means about about how many years? About 10 years? About 10 to 12 years they've been hanging around these girls, and they are in the exact same place. They haven't gotten a famous spouse from it. They haven't gotten a famous spouse from it. They haven't gotten no money from it. They haven't gotten anything from it. The most they got from it, do y'all remember when the Kardashians tried to make this reality TV show about their little retail store Dash, and they let Malika and the other sister, they let them kind of be the head of that show? The entire show was still about those two girls working for them. That was the premise of the show. They were the head of the show, and they were the managers of one of the Dash stores, and that was the reality show. The reality show flopped. Nobody wanted to watch it, but that's the most they could give you. The most they could give you was literally a reality show in which you discuss working for them, doing labor for them. Everyone around them does labor for them. I'm talking about everyone they're friends with, everyone they're in a relationship with. That's why I bring up the relationships that they have. You're doing labor for them. When Kanye West and Kim Kardashian got together, Kanye West was doing labor for Kim. He was cleaning out her closet. He was dressing her. That little wide hip man Kris Jenner is doing labor for him. They all do labor for that family. So I don't understand why you believe you're getting something out of this. I think it comes from a place of low self-esteem. You rather be a part of something than stand on your own. You rather be a little piece of something than have nothing at all. But I'm here to tell you, in the end, it's exactly the same. They throw you away. So the reason why I say we have to start back in it, this is the part that made me wonder why anyone will remain friends with them. Number one, let's talk about Kylie legit stealing Justine Skye, man. That is ghetto. Kylie legit stole Justine Skye, man, from right up under her. And Justine Skye is still around to tell the tale. she is still hanging around Kendall and them to tell the tale. Like, that is what they do. They do not care. So why are you still around them? And the thing is, we're supposed to feel bad whenever something does happen to the people who hang around them. I'm like, y'all don't see the evilness. Like, I've always pointed this out. I've always pointed out how evil they are. Y'all don't see the way they treat people like they're commodities, the way they treat black culture like it's a well that they can just run through anytime they need to. Like, y'all don't see that. Y'all don't see that there's barely any honor amongst them. So there's definitely gonna not be any honor outside of them. They don't care about nobody. They don't care about nobody. And the Malika twins should be the proof. If you ever want to be friends with them, the Malika twins are the proof. Those girls have gotten nothing from hanging around them from the past 20 years. Legit nothing. Literally nothing. The most they have ever got is being in like a campaign, doing more labor. Do you get what I'm saying? The most they get is doing more and more labor for them. They never get anything actually tangible. They never get anything that can exist if they're not actually doing something. They get to be in campaigns and it's like, you still doing work for them. Like, you're never doing anything for them that's not labor. You are a mammy. You are a mammy to these people. Jordan Woods was the biggest mammy of them all, because we saw her just running around as Kylie Slade. She was Kylie Slade. You did not move into that house with Kylie because you was Kylie's best friend. You was Kylie's mammy. And sometimes when it comes to the mammy figure, it can get confusing. You can actually believe that you are friends with this person, but look at the help for reference. The minute they grow up, they're just as racist as their mom, because at the end of the day, you never meant anything to them. You are a commodity to them. You provide labor for them. You provide service for them. And if you no longer are able to do that, you don't matter to them. And the sickest thing I ever saw these girls be a part of, because I sit here and I talk my shit and I talk about how they hateful and evil, but it's rare that I have something that I can just show you guys, like, look at this. This is what is happening. Do you guys remember when Jordan Woods' daddy died? This is why I say there's a little bit of a misconception here. A lot of people like to say Jordan Woods has money, Jordan Woods, I don't believe, grew up poor by any means. I think Jordan Woods grew up middle class. I think Jordan Woods grew up around people who had money. Look at Jaden Smith. Look at, like, she had famous friends. Like, she had people who had access to money, but I never believed that Jordan Woods' household had money. Like, there's a difference. People who don't know money and you can have access to people who have money and have no money personally. And I don't believe Jordan Woods grew up with a silver spoon in her mouth. I believe Jordan Woods grew up to proximity. She grew up to, like, being friends with Jaden Smith and all of that. Like, I believe she had proximity, but I don't believe Jordan Woods just grew up with a bunch of money, because even at the time where Jordan and Kylie were friends growing up, they didn't have a lot of money. The Jenners didn't have a lot of money. Like, Rob's money had been going. I'm talking about their dad, and what was paying their bills was Caitlyn Jenner doing appearances, like doing Olympic appearances and stuff. That's what was paying their bills. So if you think about the start of Keeping Up with Kardashians, y'all saw how they were living. They were, for their area, they were living very middle class. They were not up here silver spoon in their mouth. Even the Kardashians were living in one-bedroom apartments in downtown LA. Like, they didn't have all of this money. So when people are like, Jordan Woods grew up with money just like them, I'm here to tell you they all was living very middle class, but they all had access to people who had money, but they all grew up middle class. But if you ever want to question that, when Jordan Woods' daddy died, Jordan Woods, I believe her father got into a car accident. No, did he get into he did something happened. Maybe he had cancer. I apologize for not remembering the story, but he was in the hospital for a very long time. Therefore, he had medical bills. So then when he died, they also had to bury him. So Jordan Woods started a GoFundMe. You can Google this right now. Go Jordan Woods Daddy's GoFundMe, and you will see it right here. I'm not making this up. I ain't got no reason to lie on none of these women. And you will see that Jordyn Woods started a GoFundMe to like pay for her dad's medical bills / bury her father. And I remember seeing this clear as day on my Instagram, and I said, you done lost your damn mind. You done lost your damn mind. I don't have much of nothing. I have enough that I live a very comfortable life. Like, I'm good. I'm not asking nobody for money, but I'm not over here balling. I don't have Lamborghinis in my driveway, nowhere near. I'm still in my 2-bedroom apartment that you guys, well, I'm still in the 2-bedroom apartment I've lived in for the past 2 years. So it's not like I'm out here balling or nothing. And there is not a single person who is a friend of mine, and definitely not a friend who I hang out with every single day, that would have to ask the internet for money to bury their father, to pay their father's hospital bill. It's not going to happen. I will literally empty my bank account if it means that you can bury your father, if it means that you can pay your father's medical bills and they don't come trying to take his house or whatever. Like, that is what I would do for a friend. That is what I would do, and I don't have money. So the question begs, why is Jordyn Woods on the internet trying to get money from civilians to bury her father and pay her father's medical bills? That's when I knew. No, these people are evil to the bone. Evil to the bone. Because I can go even further, and I can say, I don't think the Malika twins, I don't think they could ever get money from the Kardashians. I think they would be afraid to ask for money too, because it's not, because when I first saw it, it wasn't that I believe Kylie and them wouldn't give her the money. It was the fact that Jordyn Woods and her family made that GoFundMe because they didn't believe they could go to Kylie for the money. They didn't believe they could go to Kylie for the money because even they know they ass is evil. Even they know they ass is selfish and evil, and they're only there because they're a commodity. They're there to do labor for them. You know they ain't shit. That's what that woke up in my eyes. You know you can't even come to them for money. You would much rather go online and beg strangers to give you money than you would to go ask your best friend for a couple dollars. The goal was like $50,000. Like, the goal was mad small. The goal was so small. And so the reason why this GoFundMe hit like national news and people saw it is because Kylie put it on her Instagram story. Kylie put the GoFundMe on her Instagram story, and I opened it up because I wasn't going to give a red cent. I'm not going to give a red cent. I am so sorry. But I opened it up and I saw that Kylie gave $10K. So that means Kylie saw that the goal was only $50 or $80K. It was something real small, no more than $100K, I believe. And she said, I will give you $10K. That means you saw that your best friend is struggling and you didn't give half a fuck. You didn't give, because you didn't even pay half. You didn't give half a fuck. And you had the audacity to ask your people to give money. Can we talk about how it's layered? Can we talk about, number one, how you don't care about Jordyn Woods, so you wouldn't give her the money? Can we talk about how you so damn selfish and capitalistic, you don't even want to part with $50,000? And three, can we talk about how little you care about your followers, that you would make your followers, who you know are broke, pay for this? Like, can we talk about how it's layered? So it was then that I knew they wasn't shit. But Jordyn Woods remained friends with them, like all of them do. Like, Justine Skye remains friends with them after her man gets stolen. Like, they all remain friends with these people, even though they see how terrible they are. But Jordyn Woods remains friends, and then when they throw her away, she's shocked. They showed you they didn't care about you. How many sisters are there? There's what? Kylie, Kendall, and then the other three. There's 5 sisters. 5 sisters, and they couldn't all give you $10K. They couldn't all give you $10K. And Jordyn Woods took that GoFundMe down with the swiftness after everybody was eating her and Kylie up. Like, you've lost your mind. You've lost your mind. But that, I wanted to go back because I wanted to show you that I'm not on here today dragging Kylie Jenner for today, because this is a pattern. This is a pattern. Kylie Jenner has posted quite a few GoFundMe. That wasn't the first GoFundMe GoFundMe, and this wasn't the last. Kylie Jenner has posted a lot of GoFundMes, and she's lost her fucking mind. So here's the thing. Kylie Jenner has a makeup artist slash friend. I have seen this makeup artist slash friend because remember when Kylie Jenner had that TV show, I believe that's when the makeup artist was on the show. Regardless, I've seen this makeup artist before around Kylie, doing whatever. Like, I have seen the makeup artist on Instagram around Kylie. So unfortunately, the makeup artist got into a very, very bad accident, and we will pray for the makeup artist because that's absolutely tragic. Well, the makeup artist family, you know, medical bills are high, started a GoFundMe for $60K. This is where I begin to say once again what I already said. They know the Kardashian Jenners are hateful, because why can't you just text Kylie and say, Kylie, I'm down bad? Why can't his mom or a daddy or friend or sister call Kylie and say, Kylie, your friend, your makeup artist is down bad. Like, I'm down bad. Can you please run me $60K? Even if it's just a favor, even if it's something I have to pay you back, can you please run me $60K? Because I'm down bad. They about to snatch the ventilator off my goddamn face because I'm down bad. I need help. I need help. And they can't even do that because, number one, they don't believe Kylie. Like, they can come to Kylie for that because the friendships aren't real. Or two, they don't believe Kylie would do it. They don't believe Kylie would do it. The way this probably happens is, I believe the family reaches out to Kylie, just like Jordan Woods probably reached out to Kylie and said, hey, I'm starting a GoFundMe to raise for medical bills. Can you please boost? They got a can you please boost, right? Because this is a pet peeve of mine, just a tad bit. You know, on Twitter when people ask, like, influencers or people with big accounts to boost, and then they boost the thing, then I go check and see if the influencer even put anything on the GoFundMe, and I'm like, you asking people who got less money than you to like give money and you didn't give nothing. Like, it looks a little tacky based. But anyways, and so they asked Kylie to boost, and Kylie does boost, but Kylie knows that people like me are gonna go check to see if they donated, and so she believes that if she just donates a bit, it'll look like she cared. But wrong answer. You are rich. Now here is the thing. I don't believe Kylie is a billionaire. I have been telling y'all that for the longest time. I don't believe Kylie Cosmetics is worth the paper that it's written on. Like, I don't, but that does not matter. I believe there's tax schemes and like IRS tricks going on over there, and that's what they're doing. But I believe Kylie is very, very rich. I believe Kylie is very, very rich. I believe very, very rich. Kylie Jenner probably has shoes worth more than $60K. Kylie Jenner probably has shoes more than $60K. We know she has jewelry more than $60K. Her daughter probably has purses more than $60K. Kylie has furniture pieces more than $60K. Kylie probably has plates worth more than $60K. Cups worth more than $60K. Like, Kylie, you are rich, and $60K is absolutely nothing. $60K is absolutely nothing. There's certain influencers that I believe $60K is nothing to. So I know the epitome of an influence, Kylie Jenner, has more than, like, $60K is... Kylie Jenner could legit look into her email inbox and get $60K in 10 seconds. She could look at what people are offering her in her email inbox. She could call her manager, which is her mom, and be like, I need a quick $60K. Who's offering something? And her mom can send her something back in less than 5 seconds that she can post into her Instagram to get this her makeup artist's GoFundMe past its goal. That's what she can do. But Kylie don't give a fuck. Kylie don't give a fuck. They are terrible people. They are terrible, evil human beings. You sit here and you flaunt, because that is the thing. If you're someone out here who doesn't flaunt their wealth, we don't know what you got. We don't know what you got, and we sitting here pocket watching. But y'all release things to the press to prove that y'all have a lot of money. Y'all show us y'all house. Y'all show us y'all clothes. Half of y'all's brand being secure is people believing that y'all have a lot of money. People believing that y'all have a lot of money and a lot of access is why people, like, it's part of the brand. That's what builds the brand. So the fact that you would you have all this money, all all this money, my money long, I can do this, I'm buying this, up until it's time to give it out. Up until it's time to give it out. When are we going to call it exactly what it is? Pure evilness. You're a loser, Kylie. Kylie, you are an absolute loser because it's nasty. Because it's nasty. Because it's not a GoFundMe of someone who don't know you. It's not a GoFundMe of someone you don't know. It's not a random GoFundMe. It's your friends you doing that. Jordan Woods, who live in your house, you couldn't give her money. Like, that's how ugly it is. Like, it's people you know. If they treat people they know like this, imagine how they treat people they don't. Like, y'all are ugly. Y'all are rude. And I'm supposed to believe y'all give to charity and y'all doing not. No, you're selfish. You're selfish and rude that you can't even come out 60K. How much did she give to the GoFundMe? 5K? She gave about 5K to the GoFundMe. Ugly. Absolutely ugly. But let's move on to the people defending Kylie Jenner. Y'all are just as ugly. I always tell y'all, a bunch of capitalists with no capital. Like, you worried about what you would do when you why we telling rich people how to spend their money? No, we're talking about morals. It is beyond money and telling rich people how to spend their money. It's about morals. It's about morals. It's about believing in something, and it's about being a friend. It's about being a good human being. It's about showing up for people, and that's what they did not do. It's about caring for people. We sit up here and we give the world to people who are bad human beings. That's what it's about. It's about being a bad human being. Kylie is a bad human being. That family is bad human beings. That is what I've been trying to tell y'all this for the longest, that they are garbage people. Like, this is a garbage move. Your friend is in distress. Like, that's the thing. If you are a friend of someone's, or if you even care about someone, the least you would do is want to do everything in your power to show up for them. And if you are someone who has as much money as them, you would know that the best way that I can show up is financially. Like, by showing up as someone who has just a little bit of money. When anyone in my family is going through something, I know it's my job to show up financially. Because I am at a place where I am comfortable, it is my job to show up for people financially. Because that is the position I am in. That is what you do. Everyone plays their part. No one needs your hugs and kisses, Kylie. People need you to show up for them financially, because you have the finances. And if you make it known that you have the finances, it's even more reason to show up for them. How the fuck are you on the cover of Forbes cheesing and your friends are struggling? That's the part. Now it makes it even bigger, because I'm like, your friends fucking poor. I know your friends hate going to Nobu with you because they fucking poor, and they like, I can't pay for this $300 sushi. I know they sitting here like, woo, times is tough. Times is tough. Like, we gotta sit up here, and Kylie not splitting the bill because she's selfish, because she's evil, just evil human beings. And Asian doll. I like Asian doll. I do, but we know Asian doll just be talking. Asian doll don't know. I don't know what Asian doll be thinking she's saying. Like, when y'all come to the defense of these people, like, what are you gaining? Like, I think y'all believe one day y'all will be in that position, or you believe through proxy, like, if you defend this person, we'll think you have that money. Like, if you defending 60K Asian doll, we gonna believe Asian doll got money. No one believes Asian doll got money. Nobody believes Asian doll got money. Like, it don't matter who you defend, Asian doll. Nobody gonna think your pockets is long. Like, what are you gaining? Like, what are you, like, Asian doll, you get dragged up and down Twitter every single day for mourning King Von, and I ain't seen Kylie come to your defense yet. I ain't seen Kylie come to your defense yet. She has not come to your defense yet. So what are you doing? What are you doing? You get dragged every day, and it's crickets from that team. But you on the internet over here, like, you cut it out. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. You can't even defend the bullshit. Like, I've been saying this forever. Like, when it comes to them, you can't defend it because they show their character time and time again. It's ugly. They are ugly. Like, I despise them. I despise who they are as people. When you talk about disliking those people, they think it's from jealousy. And I'm like, Beyonce, I promise you Beyonce is richer than all of them. And they like, so if it was about jealousy, don't you think I'd be jealous of Beyonce? Like, don't you think I would be jealous of people who got shit, like who got shit that I would want? Like, they don't have nothing that I want. Like, they're evil. I don't like them because they're evil, because they're racist, because they're mean, because they're cruel. Like, that's why I don't like them. Anyways, that is the end of this video. We can discuss down below. Love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.